Very good afternoon. I am teaching from this Jnan Sudha coaching classes Murali. Many of my students demanded there. Most of them students are absent for these chapters, metals and non-metals. So that's reason I will conducting these classes on online. Okay. Today I will start this chapter metals and non-metals. Previously we some basic chapters for this chapter. Okay, means in first part 1 you have studied the chemical equations and reactions and acids and bases and salts, and next continuation chapter is the metals and non-metals. Okay, this is in this part 2 first chapter metals and non-metals. This is the chemistry, come under the chemistry. Okay, what is metals and non-metals? Okay, in periodic table all of you observe, these scientists are dividing the elements in the three types. One is metals and non-metals, and some are metalloids. How will they are classified these elements? Depending upon on their properties, chemical properties and physical properties, all they are studied. Then they will classify these elements in metals and non-metals and metalloids. Okay, all of you understand periodic table. All of you studied most of them. I will tell about this periodic table. Okay, this is a rough diagram for periodic table. You observed in your textbook backside they give in part 1 in SSLC. First there is a totally there is a 18 groups are there. From group 1 to 12. All are in issue observed in your textbook backside. It is in shows in yellow color. Means these elements are in come under the yellow color border. Those are the metals. After 32 and 18, those are the non-metals. These are the shows their dark yellow color. Okay. Some are alternating. They give there like this step pink color. Those are the metalloids. Metalloids means they have the both properties of metals and non-metals. Both characters they will have. They will perform both characters. Okay. Now, in this chapter, first chapter, I will start the physical properties of the metals. Okay. Please note down. Physical properties of metals and non-metals. Okay, we are studying the both metals and non-metals. You will make the two columns. One is metals. One is non-metals. So, make line straighter. Make a two tabular column. Yes, in this comes under metals. First line. Generally, all metals are hard. Okay, observing many metals, they all are hard. Generally, all metals will be the hard. Generally, metals are hard in nature, and most of them are solids in nature. Yes, you observe all metals, normally all will be hard, but they will be in solid in states. In come to these non-metals, generally non-metals are soft and almost of them are solids and gases in states. Yes, this is the first difference between the metals and non-metals. Almost all metals are hard in nature and most of them are in solids in nature. Then generally most of them are soft and they are occurred in solids and gases in the states. Okay. Second point, metals are malleable. Okay, what is malleable? This is the property of a metals. We can drown into the thin shades. We make them into in the seed shades. Means almost all metals can extracted from our earth crust. We can make them in the seeds form. That character is the malleability. Malleability means we can make the thin sheets. Normally in Kannada now ಚಪಾತಿಯನ್ನು ನಟಿಸ್ತಿರ ಆ ಚಪಾತಿ ಹೆಂಗಿರೈತಿ ರೌಂಡ್ ಕರ್ಲತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಟಿಸಿ ತಿಳುವಾಗಿ ಏನು ಅಗಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಚಪಾತಿ ಆ ಟೈಪ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತಾರೋ ಮ್ಯಾಲೇಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಅಂತಾರ. ಓಕೆ, ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ ನಾನ್ ಮೆಟಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ non-malleable. Not malleable. Yes, you know the characteristics of malleability means. Malleability means we can make the metals into the thin sheets. Those properties are called the malleability. Okay. Then second property is metals are ductility. Ductility means we can the materials into the thin wires. ಸಣ್ಣ ವೈರ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಆ ಅಂತ ಗುಣಲಕ್ಷಣ ಹೊಂದೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತೀವಿ ಡಕ್ಟಿಲಿಟಿ ಅಂತ. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮೇಕ್ ದೆಮ್ ಇಂಟು thin wires. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಂತಾರು ಡಕ್ಟಿಲಿಟಿ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಮೆಟಲ್. But non-metals we cannot make them into the thin wires. Those are not ductility. Yes, next characteristics is means one of the ductility I came to the point taken as the gold. gold 1 gram with the gold we can make the up to 2 kilometer of the thin wires. 1 gram ಇದ್ದದನ್ನ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ವೈರ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಪ್ ಟು ದಿ 2 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಸಹ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡೋದು ಉದ್ದ ವೈರ್ ಆಗಿ ಡ್ರ್ಯಾಗ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ gold is a metals we can drown into the thin wires which is the most decorative properties having this gold have the good properties of the ductile character. Okay, metals, next one is the metals are good conductor, electricity. Okay, andre metal ಇಂದ we can pass the current, it means it has a good conductors. But in condition of in case of non-metals are bad conductors of electricity. Okay, then next will be the metals are lustreless. Lustreless and sonorous. What is the meaning of lustreless? Lustreless means these are which have the properties of shining. Almost all metals will be the shining. Means lustreless means ಹೊಳೆಯೋದು, shining. Then sonorous means we can making the ringing sound. When you fall the 1 rupee coin, when any coins will making the ringing sound, that is the sonorous. If you make the other metals like non-metals, means this is plastic, if you fall on it, it will not making the ringing sound. Okay, sonorous means which making the ringing sound, lustrous means which are the shining properties. Okay, but non-metals are non-lustrous and not sonorous. Non-metals are lustrous and not sonorous. Yes. One more important, almost metals have high BP means boiling point and melting point, but non-metals have low boiling point and melting point. This is the difference between metals and non-metals, which will be asked 3 to 2 marks in your examination classification. This is the basic fundamental terms. Okay, these are the which shows in which are metals and non-metals. Some exceptions are there. All metals are not having same properties. All non-metals are not having the same properties. Some exceptions are there. I'll first you take the screenshot of this. Okay. Next, some exceptions. Some exceptions in metals. Okay, After that, I am discussing the non-metals. First, almost all metals are good conductors of the electricity. Yes, but one of the exceptions are there. Lead means Pb, and mercury Hg. These elements, these metals have low conductors of electricity. This is an exception. Almost all metals are good conductors of electricity, but these lead and mercury, these are the low conductors of electricity. Yes, almost all metals are in solid in nature, but exception one is, that is the mercury Hg, which is in it is not in solid, it is available in the liquid state. Only one element in all elements, only one element which is occur in the liquid states. This is the metal. This is only one metal which can occur in the liquid state, which is in liquid state. Yes, we can use in the thermometers. It is silver shining color, which are the liquid state. Okay, but we can use in the thermometers. Yes, some of them are gallium and cesium. Gallium and cesium have low melting point. Yes, these two metals are, if you can take into your palm, means you can melt, means in your hand. This is means which have the low melting point. Some alkali metals, sodium, lithium, rubidium, etc. These are soft in nature. These are metals, alkali metals. These are soft in nature, but we can cut through the knife. We can cut by knife. Yes, these are the exceptions in metals. In case of metals, yes, take a screenshot. Okay. Next, take a next heading. Exception in non-metals. Exception in non-metals. Yes, almost all non-metals are not the lustrous. Means almost all non-metals are ಅಲೋಹಗಳು ಹೊಳೆಯುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. In this case, one of these non-metal, it can have the properties of lustrous properties. That is nothing but the iodine. Iodine is lustrous. Lustrous means it's having the shiny properties. Yes, second one is allotropes. Allotropes of carbon. What is meaning of allotropes? Means same elements which are carbon which have the two types of compounds. Means carbon which has diamond also which is made up of carbon, and graphite is also the made up of carbon. Okay, these allotropes of carbon is one is diamond. Okay, diamond means why it is coming in the exception means diamond is lustrous and hardest in nature. Well, almost all non-metals are in soft in nature, but diamond is hardest in nature, means it's having the hardest material, hardest in nature. This is the one of the allotropes of carbon. Other one is graphite. Okay, why this graphite is come under the exception means it is the almost all non-metals are the bad conductors, means which are having the good conductors of electricity. Yes, this is the physical properties of metals and non-metals. Some exceptions are there. Next class we discussing about the chemical properties of metals and non-metals also. Okay, thank you.